Welcome to the Real Estate Playground, where we cover everything in the realm of real estate with no fluff and no BS. I'm Todd Erickson.
And I'm Ray Evans. Bringing over 28 years of experience combined, we've seen the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between.
Join us as we take you for a ride through the Real Estate Playground that's full of laughs, knowledge, and perhaps a few unexpected surprises.
So whether you're a realtor, home buyer, seller, investor, or just here for the hilarious stories, we've got something for everyone. Let's get into it.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Playground, Season 2, Episode 3. I am Todd Erickson.
And I am Ray Evans, the third.
And I am Carrie Demers.
And we are coming to you today with an episode that Carrie has decided that she is going to run this week's episode on. Do you want to go ahead and let our viewers know?
Yeah, we're going to do a little Q&A with Todd and Ray.
Whoa, hey, be careful.
Apparently, she wants to put it out there for everyone to get to know us.
I think that's great to know the host of the show.
I don't think it's always necessary for people to know about the host.
I think so. I mean, a way to connect, right?
Yeah, connect with me, please. My number is 910-381-4632.
He's always putting it
I'm
out
available for all your real estate needs.
Every episode, he calls his number out.
He is available for all of your real estate needs.
Whatever you need, just call me.
Call him on his cell phone.
Wasn't that a Drake song? You
Yes.
used to call me on your cell phone.
Late night when you need my...
Don't call me late at night. I'll be asleep.
Alrighty, let's jump right on in.
Go for it.
Unless you want to call late at night.
So I just have some basic questions starting off, just basically like where you're from, some personal information about you, and then we'll kind of jump into like some real estate questions on what you think. So, so where are you guys originally from? Where'd you grow up?
Go ahead, Bray.
I grew up in a great town called Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Canton?
Canton, Ohio, yes, sir.
Okay.
It's about 68 miles south of
I was
Cleveland.
about to say how close is it to
It's
Cleveland?
northeast Ohio.
And if you don't know, Ray Evans is a huge Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, I think our viewers know.
It's just 4 more months till football season.
What about you, Todd?
So I like to claim here as home, Richlands, Jacksonville. No, Richlands, North Carolina. I was about to say Jacksonville. But technically, I grew up everywhere. Mm-hmm. My mom was a mover. We moved to California, moved back here, lived in numerous places in North Carolina, but somehow came back and finished here.
And you guys were both in the military. Where have you been stationed at?
That's what brought me here. I've been here. I got stationed here in 1997 and was stationed here. You know, did a couple deployments and stuff like that. But I was always
You
here.
never got stationed anywhere. What about you, Todd?
I was stationed in Panama City, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was not Marine Corps. I was Air Force. Please do not judge me. I know everyone says it's Air Force. But you know what? I think I chose a great branch because I had a great military career. I was in Tyndall Air Force Base, Panama City, Florida.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Tough,
I'm happy
tough,
with it.
Tough duty station.
But you know
Panama
what?
City, Florida.
I still did multiple tours, still did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with it.
Do you guys have any siblings?
I have some brothers and sisters on both dad's extra marriages and mom's extra stuff, but no true brothers and sisters.
Really? Mm-hmm. So technically, you would be an only child.
I am the only child. Don't you see how I am?
Do you not see how he
Have you
acts?
not freaking got to know me over the last couple of years? Clearly, I'm the only child. bro.
Only child syndrome over here.
I am the oldest of 4. Mm-hmm. I have 2 sisters and a brother.
Nice.
So
Nice. I didn't know that. Nice to know that about you.
you just got to ask.
I do have somebody.
Right? Like, just get to know you. Who has had the biggest impact on your life? If you had to pick someone.
Ooh,
A little deep.
that's tough.
I
That's a
can
really
go
tough
ahead and
question.
go.
Yes, please. Well, I think of an answer. Good.
And it may be cliche, but it is going to be my mother. I feel like my mother has been the biggest impact on my life. For a majority of my life, she was a single mother. She was the one that was the dad, the mom, the nurse, the doctor, the teacher, the one that's always cursing at you or giving you that advice that you don't want, that always ends up being the advice that you need.
Yep.
And I can honestly tell you that if something were to ever go wrong in my life, she is the first person I'm going to call to talk about it to. She's the only one that's pushed me to be anything I want to be, do what I want to do, and give it to God when you can't give it to anybody else. So my mom is my biggest person with impact.
Wow.
That was powerful. I almost
Sorry.
started crying.
can't follow-
Lord,
I can't follow
Todd's
that.
mom, give me a call.
Well, and she's probably going to listen to this episode.
Hey, what's up, Todd's mom? How you doing?
Stop it.
Todd's mom.
Todd's mom has got
Todd's
it
mom's
going.
actually the
She
biggest
does got it
influence
going
me.
on. Yeah.
What about you?
I can't think of one individual person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many different aspects of my life that I have had amazing people involved in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to say business, that would be one answer. If you're going to say if you're going to say just as a human being, I think it would be really my uncles, my dad's brothers and siblings, because I kind of grew up around them, and I took so much from them and learned so much from them growing up on how to work and how to play ball and how to just. My uncle was a Marine, so I think if I had to pick one person, it would be my Uncle Gerald.
Nice.
Yeah.
Way to go, Uncle Gerald. You did a good
Oh
job.
man, I wish he was listening. He was actually my hero growing up. Like I looked up to him. He came home from.
Is there like?
See, now you're going to make me cry.
I know.
He came home when I was a kid living in the house. Right. He came home on Liberty, like long weekend, which he was out of limits. He drove too far past the miles.
Oh.
He come home. He's got these bandoliers on and shit. He's no shirt on. Like bullets at him. He was posing, but.
Is there anything specifically that you would take from him and pass on to your children?
I think just kindness. I think my Uncle Gerald is kind to all people. I mean, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's an Evans all the way. Yankee guy. But he's kind to all people. And he loves animals.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a kind heart. He's a beautiful person.
I think my mom
I
loves
miss
too
him
many
a lot.
animals.
I never would have thought that would have been your answer.
I miss him. I miss him.
That's-
Like we used to be really tight, and he's life happens. You grow older, and
Yeah. Life happens.
but we
literally.
still talk. We still talk regularly.
Nice. Were you going to say something? No? Okay.
I got it's like,
What is one thing you guys couldn't live without in the world?
oh, jeez.
Ray, censor your answer.
I couldn't live without my kids. I couldn't live without my kids. I couldn't imagine a life without having 3 amazing sons.
Wow.
I think it's tough for me because then I get too far in my thoughts of what can I not live without. And it's really stupid because I'm like, okay, well, I applied for Survivor. So I'm like, what could I not live without if I was on an island? But then at the same time, I'm like, is this metaphorically or is this like, can't live without food or do it?
Anything.
Yeah, water. Duh. Can you get some more freaking hard questions? Like, what kind of reporter is this?
First of all, we're
Sorry,
going to get
I'm
into
interrupting.
there.
Okay, so I would say the one thing that I cannot live without is probably friends, honestly. I feel like,
I love that show.
but I feel like your friends are people that you typically lean on. They're the ones that bring happiness to your life. They're also go-tos that you can have. They're going to give you an intervention when they think that you need one. They're going to lift you up and give you advice when they think that you need it. But ultimately, if you think about it, going through life, who do we typically lean on when it's not your parents? It's typically your friends. You gossip to your friends. You vent to your friends. You cuss at your friends.
Yep.
You say whatever you got to say. But I feel like a life without friends, I feel like would be boring.
I agree.
So that's
Sometimes when I do that to my friends, I have to like grill it back. I'm like, I'm so sorry I was so aggressive to you earlier. I've had to do it to Amy Childress multiple times when I give her life lessons.
Whoa.
Yeah. I do it to you too. I'm very like,
You better watch your tone, girl.
okay. Okay. What is one piece of advice you are trying to live by?
I got one actually.
Oh, thank you.
Rescue
me.
We recently discussed this on one of the other episodes, and I think for me is starting to say no. Because I mentioned it in the previous episode that we had when we were talking about setting healthy boundaries and things like that, is that I've always been the yes man. I've always been the people pleaser, saying yes to everything, feeling like I need to do everything. And then what I've noticed, and I've had other people come up to me and tell me, hey, we see this. We feel like you're spreading yourself too thin. We think you have too much on your plate. So for me, what I'm trying to live by now is it's okay to say no. It's okay to push that out if you don't have time for it and only handle what you can handle. So that, I mean, that's what I'm currently going off of.
Would you relate that to real estate as well? Like if
Absolutely.
I could say, hey, like,
yeah, because I do love real estate and I've been doing it for a long time, but at the same time, even in real estate, there's always somebody that needs something. And
Yep.
so you can't do everything. Or it's time management, being able to prioritize those things. And if you just don't have time for it, pass it off to somebody else.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Ray?
I think a piece of advice I'm trying to live by right now is to just love yourself. Take care of yourself
good one.
first. You know, it goes back to what you're saying too. You know, you take care of all these other people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if you do too much of that, that can build a little resentment. And that's how people become callous. So I'm
Yeah.
trying in my life not to become callous and try to take the high road in all the things that I'm trying to accomplish.
That's
I
great.
want to challenge you and
That's-
ask you the same question,
You gotta
Carrie.
love yourself first. You know, that's the most important thing.
What?
What do you,
my question? Oh,
yeah, I'm just curious.
one piece of advice that I try to live by is to just
Did I catch you off guard?
yeah, you did because I
Bitch
was
better
not
have my
expecting
money.
that.
That's what I live by.
To just be kind and always put yourself in the other person's shoes. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in how we think and stuff like that, we never take into consideration of how the other person or other people feel. And I think for me, it is easy to take a step back now. And, you know, I went through about 3 years of just like refinding myself, recentering, healing broken pieces of me. And that was one of the things that I picked up was just don't act out of emotion. Just try to figure out where everybody's coming from. Like collect your feelings and then approach it.
Well said.
Approach
Yeah,
it.
but that's well
Yeah.
said, though.
So I think for a lot of people, it's just easy to act out of emotion in that moment
For
instead
sure.
of just, and then once those words get said,
Ooh, yeah,
you
that's one.
can't get
take
them back.
Can't take them back.
And they live rent free in people's heads a lot of the time.
I love rent free.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta tell them. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just gotta say it.
Yeah.
though.
And like when I
Some people
talk,
need to hear it.
yeah. And
And
sometimes
it's
I
balance.
do, yeah, where I can say, hey, like I was a little too harsh, but this is exactly what I was trying to mean. Like this is what I was meaning in that moment.
What I
But-
was trying to say is,
Well, I was trying to
Shut your
say. I'll slap you. Okay, this one's a fun one. What is your go-to karaoke song?
my go-to
And you have
karaoke
to
song.
sing a piece of it.
What?
You have to sing a piece of it? No, that's not fair. That's not fair.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
I can't say it on the air.
Yes, you can.
I have a feeling I know what it's going to be.
I can't say it on the air.
I love Bad Bees. That's my
Wait,
problem.
No,
but is
that's
that
not my
your
karaoke
true
song.
karaoke song?
No,
though?
I would say if I was gonna use a true karaoke song, which I don't karaoke because I can't sing and I can't dance. However, if I were to do it, I would sing something like that Garth Brooks song. What's that shit?
No, don't.
That wedding song.
No. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
Which
yeah.
one?
It's fucking.
You better stop because
hold on.
do you have the same one as me?
Hold on.
Sing it.
Hold on.
Sing it.
Hold on.
How's it go? What's the melody?
Just relax for a minute.
Okay.
'Cause
I
she
guess I was wrong.
does. Yeah,
I
that's
knew.
not mine.
You know what I'm talking about? I ruined your black tie affair.
That is Friends in Low Places.
Yes, that's the one.
Blame it
Yes.
all on my roots.
I
Yes.
showed up in boots.
Which I only own one pair of
Ruined
boots.
your black tie.
But I will mess up your black tie affair really quick.
So mine
I will fuck your
actually
shit. I will
is
Good one. High five.
The Dance by Garth
Oh,
Brooks.
okay. See,
I was like, wait, what? What? Are we about to do this? Are we going to have a sing off? A rip off.
I'll do it.
A riff off.
Looking back.
I was nervous about that question.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to know what mine is?
No.
I'll say
I do.
it is Shoot by Salt and Pepper.
Shoop.
They actually reshared it. They actually reshared it on their TikTok, which I thought was super dope.
Yours?
Because I actually sang it and I posted it on my TikTok
Wow.
and they reshared it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of famous. All right, let's go to the next one. If you had a personal mascot, what would it be?
Be a big ass dog. Ow, ow, ow.
I think mine would probably be a grizzly bear.
Oh yeah, I
Little
can
grizzly
see.
bear.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what. Well, grizzly bear. Let's go with that.
Did he just flex?
Yeah.
He just flexed.
I flex all of my two pecs and
Okay. Ray, are you gonna flex? Are we gonna have a flex off? Flex, flex, flex. Oh. I hope
did you guys see his
got
name
it.
tag moving?
This is Ray Evans, Remax Elite Real Estate.
Do it again.
Oh my god.
Do it again.
Stupid.
All I saw was shoulders moving.
Okay. All right. Next question.
That's not very nice.
What made you decide to get into real estate?
Me?
Yep. Just one sentence.
little old lady that was selling real estate making money. I was like, if this broad can do it, I can do it.
Did you have like before that happened, did you have like once you got out of the military, did you have another option or was like real estate like exactly what you wanted to do?
I had a bunch of options. I mean, I could have went to work in the insurance industry with my uncle. I was thinking about getting into the car business. I love automobiles. Car business would have been good for me. I would have figured out a way to sell, buy low and sell high. But real estate, I just kind of walked right into it. It just worked out.
Yeah. What about you, Todd?
In one sentence?
Yeah.
Can it be a run-on sentence?
Yes,
I feel like you guys kind of went into this on the first episode, so that's why I'm just like, if someone didn't watch it and they're just watching this one, like what kind of made you get into real estate? You got out of the military, and then what happened?
Ooh, that's actually a longer story.
Oh gosh.
But we won't go down that road. But I think because I did mention it in the first episode, the biggest reason why I got into real estate is for one, I bought my first home. I kind of got screwed over by the agent that was representing me. There were things that were not disclosed to me or that I did not know. Yeah. Obviously, when you come in as a brand new buyer, you're not aware of anything. You're trusting that realtor, and they were recommended to me. Yeah. And so,
were they a new realtor or were they an old realtor? It's crazy.
But I wanted to make sure nobody else made the same mistake that I did so that now when I go in, I disclose everything. I would rather my client know everything and anything they can so they're not blindsided. And one, you're not going to sue me. That's one thing I always say. So that would be my biggest reason.
Gotcha.
Knock on wood on that.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in business long enough, it's not a matter of will you be sued? It's when will you be sued?
I like when you say that, especially to the agents. Like,
do you know I had somebody my first year try to sue me because they couldn't get no money from the seller, so it was easier to go after me.
So they did sue you.
They tried.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
But
I had my shit together. You ain't coming for me.
We get weird stuff all the time, like just people just pissed off people that didn't like the way.
Well, because what it is somebody goes out there and they tell you, oh, you could sue him. And then all of a sudden it's a he said, she said. And then everyone's like, well, I was told I could sue you. Okay.
That is
Please
crazy.
tell me, give me the facts.
No.
Yeah.
So
a lot of outside influencers on these buyers and
it's
sellers.
so good too when the parents get involved because they had an experience.
Me and Ray just locked eyes. Me and Ray just locked eyes. We're like, oh gosh. We have one right now who basically tries to tell Ray how
he should do his job.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little hard. It's difficult. When situations like that, that's actually going to be one of the questions is like, how do you continue to be professional and basically tell them like, this is my job.
I said this on the last one. You be a respectful asshole.
Oh, okay.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
No.
I like the part without the respect.
I like when Ray's talking on the phone and then all of a sudden his tone changes and he's just straight like stern, like I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna turn around and type on my computer. Do you guys remember the first house you ever sold?
Yes,
I absolutely do.
Was it the double wide?
It was a manufactured home. And I couldn't figure out why that person was in my life. But he was. And he has been for a long time. So
was it the double wide with Keith?
Double wide with my buddy Keith, yeah.
The first time I ever talked to Keith, because Keith's been in my life for a long time as well. And he said that. He's like, me and Ray Evans sold this double wide and when we got our commission checks, I'm like, Lord have mercy.
I thought I was doing something. $3,800.
That's what
and I spent every dollar that I
In how many days?
2.
Oh, good God.
Jeez.
What about you?
204 Bluff Ridge. I'll always remember it because he was such a young green buyer. His mama was involved. Love her. Absolutely love her. I think she actually follows us on TikTok as well.
Nice.
But the only thing that I hate is that when Florence came through, he was not in a flood zone and his house did flood.
Oh, gosh.
The whole first floor. And so I felt so bad when he called me and told me that he had to have all of it replaced and his insurance would not cover it. So,
that is horrible.
Turn around, he got orders to California, and me and his mom basically repainted his entire house.
No way.
Oh, wow.
Love my buyer, but if you ever paint your entire house a chocolate brown, it was like shit brown.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this isn't going to work.
He painted it or it was already that color?
No, he painted it.
Oh
and so
my God.
we went through and painted it all gray with white trim. And as soon as we were done, we had an offer immediately.
Oh, wow.
So
Crazy what a little paint and carpet will do.
yeah, but that was my first one.
Nice.
Nice. What keeps you going on the tough days when deals fall through or clients ghost you?
Alcohol. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally joking. I do not drink like that, I promise.
Such a good answer, though.
Could you imagine? I would have been like, drugs.
Did you see Ray's face? Ray's just like, what? What?
We're going to have to get a counselor in here. For
Say the question again. I apologize.
What keeps you guys going on the tough days when deals fall through or clients ghost you?
Honestly, I feel like at this point in my career, it doesn't faze me as much. I get into that venting moment when it first happens because you're like, damn it, like everything was going a certain way. But then I feel like now it's one of those things where there's always going to be more deals that follow. So you can't hold on to whatever is there and see if you can work it out on the backside. But other than that, you just keep pressing forward. That's all I feel like I can do at this point.
Right.
I think in my first year, I was just like, damn it, I'm so mad. Like we were so close.
I do see a lot of the new agents, especially in the office, when a deal falls
get
through,
depressed.
they panic. I'm like, hey, it's okay. Calm down. Like, it'll come back. You just
Absolutely.
like, what are you doing to be able to save the client?
Yeah.
What about you, Ray?
Honestly, I don't have time to worry about it. There's too many people that I'm responsible for on a daily basis
That's true.
to let that sit there and grind me out and get me to a position where I'm, upset about it. I mean, it hurts, it stings, but at the end of the day, it's between the buyers and sellers, and sometimes deals just don't work and they fall apart. But there's a lot that you can do if you're doing everything that you can do to stay on top of it and manage your transaction. Then you'll have less deals fall apart.
But you know what's funny too? I don't know if y'all do it. Well, if he does it, but I know like for me, I'll always tell my clients, you don't worry until you see me worry. But little do they know that I am always freaking out. I am always on the edge of my seat panicking, especially when appraisal time comes because you never know what to expect. I got one right now that I'm freaking out about.
That's crazy that an appraiser, it can be like you have 3 different appraisers and they could all be different values on what
But
the
I feel
house
like
is,
the
off
fate of the
opinion.
property's value is held in their hands. And for the longest time, until I actually took an appraisal course and learned more about everything that goes on within the appraisal process, I immediately was like, well, what if he had a bad day? What if he got pissed off at his wife? Like, what happened if is he going to take it out on this property one day? Just be
gosh.
like, you know what? I'm giving it 160.
That would be horrible.
But you know what I mean? Like sometimes
They're like, watch this power move.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are all happy about this sale? The robot voice, he just kills it.
well, and I do think we should do an episode.
Oh, you
about
think you're going to
appraisals.
make 300? The bad thing is they look at the price that they paid for it, and it's like, oh, you're going to make 300,000 on this?
Yeah.
Not on my watch. Like,
Yeah.
But there's
No Christmas for you.
there's alternatives. You can challenge it. You can fight it.
Yeah.
It's difficult, but you can.
But I do agree with what Carrie said. I do think that it's funny how you can have 3 different appraisers and they would all come in with something different. You could have one that says value as is. You could have one that comes in and says, oh, I'll give you value, but you need to fix this small little hole in the vinyl siding.
Dude,
You know what
I hate that stuff, man. And you know what? It's for them to go get another $150.
Yeah.
There is no reason. I have one right now, but I won't get into specifics.
I was like, wait, which one?
The room got quiet.
It's one. They're requiring a railing
Oh, yeah.
on a structure that was permitted
Yeah.
and built and approved.
Yep.
And now you're telling me that I have to put a railing inside of a shed.
Yep.
Well,
Which
and
is ridiculous.
I know we're getting off
And it
subject
affects
a
the
little
value of the
bit.
property.
No, it's fine. This is, but
We're
this is
definitely going to
based
make
on-
an episode about appraisals because I do think that that's a
should bring
huge
an appraiser
topic.
in.
Absolutely. But
I
I
think we should
know,
get John Presswood to come in.
so there was one that I remember my client on. The VA was calling that it needed railings on the staircase. But the thing is that literally they were calling it the day we were supposed to close, that we had a railing installed. And they were like, nope, I'm sorry, you need 2. Let me tell you, I spent hours going through the codes, the building codes. Does it require 2? And technically it doesn't. So my buyer was actually able to call in and explain to them, look, I don't want it. I'm happy with 1. And we were able to get it closed.
Which is so crazy. That shows the length of the real estate agent you are to be able to comb through all of that information to be able to basically.
Well, because it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally under a carport, stairs up against, adjacent to the wall. We put up 1 railing. They wanted an additional one to come off on the side, and he didn't want it.
Yeah.
He said, if you put it up, I'm going to take it down anyway. So I went through the building code, and it stated that only one is required on a staircase like that. And we were able to fight it and get it to close same day.
Wow. That's powerful.
See. I think we've already answered this question on one of the episodes, but if you guys weren't a realtor, what do you think you would be doing instead? I already know you're going to be at Kroger, so.
What? I don't remember him saying that.
Was it Kroger's?
That wasn't me.
Harris Teeter?
Harris Teeter.
No, that
Yes, it was.
That was Terry.
That was Terry. That was not me. I said I was just going to shop there and go visit her. And it was just kidding.
All right. Can I kind of guess?
Ooh,
Sure.
let's hear it.
You would be an interior designer because that's kind of what you already do anyways. And then you would be the water boy for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, I would. I'd be like, here you go.
Let me squirt it in your
Open
mouth.
up.
But if I had to do it all over again, like if I wasn't in real estate, I don't know if interior design is what I would have gotten into.
No.
I think that just kind of came off of real estate, was something else to jump into because I enjoyed it. I would probably still be in law enforcement, or I'd probably still be in the military.
I always forget that you were in law enforcement. We should do the
Free sucker.
we should do the TikTok trend that says, "Let me see if I can outrun my police friend. See if he can catch me." Have y'all seen
Well,
this TikTok
nowadays
trend?
everyone
They're
can
so funny.
outrun me.
We know Carrie's got some wheels.
I know. Anybody want to race me?
Anybody
want to
race Carrie? Carrie will race you in
Catch-
front of Remax.
Catch me outside.
I'm plus $20 on Carrie, so I got Carrie in the money.
I got
seen her
50.
run. And she runs fast, bro.
Okay. What's one lesson real estate taught you that you now apply in your personal life?
I mean, there's a lot of lessons that you learn in the real estate business. I mean, you should really be applying your personal life's lessons to your real estate business, like integrity and things like that. But I just think that the hard work pays off. Hard work pays off.
Yep.
And it's not necessarily hard laboring type work, but it is a mental grind to be able to come in every day, start at zero. And I think that's probably the biggest lesson is that you got to start every day at zero. You can't carry yesterday's shit with you.
Yeah.
You got to wake up, drop it, start over.
That's powerful.
That's why God gave us the morning and
Yeah.
the night. That's why there's two different things.
I like to sleep in on the mornings.
Me too, man. I want to sleep in so bad. I find myself wanting to sleep in the older I get now.
Well, and I also, because I find these damn good shows and I can't go to bed. I'm like, okay, one more episode. It's only 12:30. One more episode.
Like the Righteous Gemstones?
What?
The Righteous Gemstones.
I
is
haven't
the greatest
seen
show.
that.
I
What is
almost started it the other
Greatest
day,
show
and I was
ever.
like,
Listen,
I'm
please
not
watch
ready
it.
yet.
Please
What is
watch
it
It's so
about?
funny. Oh my gosh, it's about these crooked pastoring family, and the guy's like, dude, it's so ridiculous. It's funny.
I
It's
just got
ridiculous.
done watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's
I'm watching White Lotus right now. Have you ever seen it?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
I think I just finished the first season.
Christian just got done watching Sirens on
The
Netflix.
new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said it is wild.
Really?
I'm trying to watch like a serious show and a funny show at the same time. So the funny show is The Righteous Gemstones, and the serious show right now is White Lotus.
I'm going to have to look at both of them. So
I'm currently watching the newest season of Next Level Chef.
How do you watch that stuff, dude? I would just eat continuously.
He has a passion for cooking.
I
though,
get
so-
it. I
That's
love to
another
cook
thing too. If I could choose another job, I would probably
I've
be a
seen
chef
some of the
my
stuff
own
he
restaurant.
cooks. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, yeah.
I almost opened up a restaurant here.
Yeah.
When I was still in the military, my mom was going to be the front manager.
Uh-huh.
She was going to
The
run all the
hostess.
waitresses. She was going to be the manager,
Okay.
the restaurant manager. But it was going to be called the Guillotine Bar and Grill. And originally the goal was to take over the old Arnold's building that was in Richlands. But at that point in time, they were wanting almost $7,000 a month in rent. But they were leaving all the kitchen appliances and everything like that in there. And so I was like,
Still, that's a
can we
lot.
do that? When I tell you I was deployed and I'm out there designing shirts and trying to come up with all these things, getting the kitchen appliance magazines delivered to my address and everything. Like I was delved into opening up a restaurant here. Like that was my passion originally. So
Nice.
I would go
I'm
eat
a
there
very
with you.
talented person.
You
I'm
are.
a Virgo. I'm
Can
left-handed.
you cook?
Hell yeah, I can cook.
I'm a cooker too. If you guys wanted to ask me,
Cooker.
I'm a cooker.
A cooker.
Yeah. I like to
Yeah, I like to cook. I don't mind. I mean, I don't love to cook, you know what I mean? But
Oh no, I
it's
love
a little
to cook.
therapeutic when you're in the kitchen. You're just
Yeah.
kind of like chopping up stuff.
But I like fresh shit. I don't
Throwing
want to
stuff up,
just
yeah.
pull something frozen out of the
Right.
freezer.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer to go to the grocery store, pick everything fresh,
Yep.
come home, cut up fresh spices and
Right.
herbs,
Right,
and
right.
Okay, I don't be doing all that.
But
I'll be
Spices
doing
and
it.
herbs.
But I'm
I'll
gonna
be-
tell you, a mean ass steak, salt and pepper,
Oh my
tenderize it, throw it in there, throw some rosemary,
in where?
a little bit of butter, saute it.
I just cooked that right in my skillet, right in the black skillet, the iron skillet.
Oh my god, this will make me want steak tonight.
So hungry.
All right, let's move on
I'm
to
actually
the
starving right now. So yeah. I
Ray
had a
walk-
protein shake and a power bar. This guy talking about
Right.
rosemary steak. Hey, somebody order us some steak right now. We'll get Outback delivered. DoorDash. Somebody get my phone. DoorDash.
Ray walked in. He's like, I could use a sandwich. I was like, yeah, me too. I could use it. So we used
What
to
I was
keep
trying
a-
to say is, hey, Carrie, would you please make me a peanut butter jelly sandwich? But
I was
she don't
about
get
to
it no
say,
more.
I
Now
make
she's
him
a
a
big
peanut
time
butter
producer. And
Oh my
production, so
gosh.
she can get a sandwich, man.
I do make
Now I
Ray
have-
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Now I have to get the Smuckers, the little frozen
I
ones.
love Smuckers.
We had
so
one
good.
yesterday.
Are you talking about the Uncrustables?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so yummy.
All right, let's move on to the next
I have a
question.
secret about a Crustable. I put it in the microwave once and I bit it and the jelly was hot, bro. This shit bounced all over the place.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was so weird.
All right,
I was only in there like 5 seconds.
I don't believe that.
I swear.
Oh.
I
All
will
right.
tell you though, if you haven't had a moon pie, put those in the microwave. Let them fluff up the marshmallow inside. Marshmallow. The marshmallow is mushy.
I have an RC Cola on my desk. We just go get some moon pies.
I like the mini ones. The big ones are too much.
We'll listen to that country song and everything and play it and eat it right here. You know, the RC Cola and a moon pie. What was that song?
What?
Yes.
You never heard that song, that country song? I'm on a little country kick right now, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to
I was
a
listening to country
country-
music this morning with a friend of mine.
I'm going to a country
It's really
concert
funny.
tomorrow.
What concert?
Dan and Shay in Wilmington.
Sick invite. Yeah. Thanks.
Oh.
I'm not doing nothing this week. It's fine. Thanks.
All
Have
right,
fun at Dan and Shay's
right.
freaking concert.
Let's move on to the next question.
Dan and
Okay,
Shay.
do
They
you-
suck.
No, they do not.
I don't know who they are anyway.
Do you secretly judge your friends'
Hell yeah,
houses
there's
when
no
you
secret.
visit?
I let them know that shit is fucked up.
Oh,
If it is messed up, I'll let them know, bro.
Ray is never invited to my house.
I'll be like, why is this like this, bro? Like, you need to fix
do you
this.
really do you confront it out loud to them?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you need to fix this shit.
What about if it's like clean or dirty? Are you like just like, ooh, I'm not eating in here because it's dirty?
I will tell you a story.
Okay.
Is it a long story?
Very short.
Okay.
I went to a buddy of mine's house. Never been to his house before. Known the guy like 3 years. Finally went to his house because I had left my coffee cup with them. Oh shit! Now they're listening. Anyway, but they're not listening. They don't listen. They're not from here. It's not close by. Listen, man, dude's house was dirty, bro. I mean, dirty. I had to go to the bathroom. Went to the restroom, and I just looked at the shower, and it just was disgusting. I don't know how people live like that.
Me either.
Cool dude. You would never gather it. Super successful
But
dude.
you know, I have to take into consideration too, and I wasn't there, so I don't know what the condition was. But I also believe too, your definition of clean could be a different definition of clean for me, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had to take that into consideration, obviously, as well
I
when we're
agree,
listing properties
but
in
I'm
real
telling
estate.
you, it was gross.
Like, it
It
was.
was freaking.
It's like I would
gross.
not shower there.
I wouldn't eat from them.
Yeah.
They bring stuff to some of our stuff, and I'm like, I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah. That's
I'm like,
why
who cooked this? Oh, you do? Okay.
I did have one where I went to go hang out, and I swear I saw 8 roaches while I was there. But I didn't say anything because I knew I wasn't staying. I was just chilling for a little while, and I knew I was going home. But
It's like, hey, I thought you were staying the night, bro. Nah, bro.
I will
Change
say,
the plans.
my answer
I don't feel so good right now.
to your question would be, I feel like I do secretly judge, but in an envious way, because all of my friends that I've been to their houses, I mean, they all have gorgeous homes, or it's extremely well kept and it's designed well. And so I'm immediately like, damn, I wish my house looked like this. But then people come to my house and like, damn, I wish my house looked like this. So I secretly judge and I'm envious. There's that TikTok video I did where she's like, it's envious and jealousy.
Alrighty. What is your dream home? Would it be like a modern mansion, a cozy cabin, or something off the grid?
Dream home?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's oceanfront, just oceanfront average type house.
You already got that.
No, it's not oceanfront.
Oh.
Second
so-
row.
Yeah.
I had oceanfront, sold it. Big regret. But the ocean is just so nice. Like I love to sleep with the door open. and you can just like hear the water coming
Yeah.
in and out. Like
I feel like we're similar in that aspect, but completely opposite at the same time.
that makes a lot of sense. Perfect sense. So.
I think I would want not necessarily a cozy cabin, but I would want like a cozy ranch style home in the wilderness or the mountains, something where super quiet. The fog's through the trees in the morning.
yeah.
I want to be able to stand out there butt ass naked and drink my coffee on my back porch and nobody can see
Have
me.
you seen the tree houses in the
I do that-
mountains?
I do
that
that
they
in my-
have?
I don't want to do that because you know me and heights. We've already had this conversation.
I walk in the backyard naked all the time. The neighbors don't mind.
Oh gosh, if you're Ray's neighbors, please do not ever look in his backyard. Thank you.
If you do, actually video it and then post it online.
There's a privacy
Tag
fence. So I don't know what the
us.
problem is. The
No,
privacy
don't
fence
tag
keeps it
me.
out.
Don't tag me.
What's the big deal? You know? Okay, so not completely naked, but
No one's
nude.
ever seen a full moon before.
You're her best. All right.
I do like to pee in the yard sometimes.
And the pool.
I pee in
and the
pool.
pool.
I'll pee in your yard, and I'll pee in your pool.
Oh my gosh. All right. What are your top 3 tips for first-time home buyers?
Tip number 1: you make money on a house when you buy it, not when you sell it. Tip number 2: same thing. Tip number 3: same thing.
Okay. Easy peasy. What about you?
Read the fine print. Always get a home inspection and trust your agent. Trust the process. I guess that would be my 3rd tip because that's what our job is. We're here to help you. It does us no good if we're keeping something from you. So I don't know. I guess that would be my 3 tips.
Yeah. Okay.
That was 2.675 tips. But perfect.
All right. Be honest. How often do clients ignore your advice and then come back and be like, you were right?
Not very often.
No?
Not very often because I think people will value the experience level that I have at this point. And,
Yeah, true.
And the way that I can describe certain situations to them. But every now and again, it does happen.
Same. I feel like if you come out the gate immediately, going ahead and giving them all the pros and the cons, and I always run different scenarios just so they know,
Yeah.
based off of the experience that I've had and different circumstances I've been in, this is why I'm giving you the advice that I'm giving you. I've had a couple times where they have come back and they're like, okay, all right, you're right. So, I mean, I feel like it's the same.
There's a certain type of client that will trust you, and then there's a certain type of client that won't.
Yeah.
There's just, and that's just like people, right? It's like
Yeah.
people's personalities. Like you have like extreme pessimist,
Yeah.
which I find to be people that are more from the north. Many clients that I've had that are from the north, they sometimes have that pessimistic view of people in general. So
Yeah. I agree. I'll agree with that.
I'll work with them
just
still.
My little bit of time in real estate, I feel like.
Hey guys, no problem. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I will facilitate. It would not be my best advice to you. However, if that's the way you feel,
It's the same thing I do with a listing. I always tell them, look, I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do. I just want you to understand that this is where I'm coming from. This is the facts
Yeah.
are facts.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
tangibly follow. People will people will follow what you can tangibly explain.
I hate when you give advice, especially to sellers, and they obviously it's not all of them, but there are some where they think, oh, my house is worth way more. Oh, I want to walk away with $80,000. And you give them the advice and you state the facts as to based on what it is. But yet I always feel bad when you have to go back and they're ready to do a price drop because you were right to start with.
There's
Or-
we have an agent in the office right now who asked me to proofread something she was about to send to her clients, and it was basically it had been on the market for a while, and she had originally told them I don't believe that is this is what I think it's worth, and they wanted to go higher. And
My research shows this.
Yeah.
The facts and
So-
figures show this.
Yeah.
Why
So-
do you think it will sell for more?
yeah,
Sir,
I don't know.
ma'am.
Maybe it's just outside influence.
Well, and there's also some too where they think that the upgrades that they've done or the different things they've done to their home is going to bring that value sky high. And some I think don't realize that some is considered buyer appeal and then some is actually considered value.
What is the difference? Like if you put a new roof on a house, does that add value or no?
No, it does not.
Technically, no.
A house should be,
But it can be
expected to have a roof
justified.
that is working and functioning properly.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I will say, I was telling you a little bit about this
Yeah.
the other day, is that
Goes
if
to
you're
the condition
basing a
levels.
comp off of a property that has the original roof, but there was just one that was installed 3 months ago, then yes, technically value could be added to that property. However, if you had it done 5 years ago, no, it's not going to change the value of your
Gotcha.
home.
Gotcha.
That's my personal opinion.
What if it's a metal roof?
Yes.
Ooh.
Brand new metal roof. Will it
Against
add value?
architectural
Will
3 tab.
that add?
Yeah.
It will add a little bit more value
Right.
based off of a
So there-
traditional roof.
So there are some things.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's also square footage. But if you go in and you're like, oh, I just installed this backsplash. No, that's buyer appeal.
That's
That
really
doesn't
cool,
add value.
and that does not add value.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Have you ever had to sell a house that had a weird smell?
Yes. Yes.
I actually opened the door for a renter one time and it smelled so bad.
What
and
does
I
it smell
said,
like?
it smelled like cat pee. I said, I am so sorry. I cannot walk in there. Like it hit me.
But
and
I feel like
almost
there's like
started
23% of the homes out there are going to have a weird animal stench to it. But I did have one that when I walked in, it was empty. Obviously, you know, when a home has been vacant for so long, it's going to have that weird stench to it. But it smelled like cigarettes and floral, like mixed
Fabulosa?
together. No. Like it had been empty for a couple months.
gotcha.
But it just
So
smelled
like a new special kind of weed they got out.
But you can,
Is that
you
the stuff
can
you buy
also
in the
tell
store?
too, like when
Is
they
that stuff you
have
go to Virginia and pick up?
when they have imprints of where their picture frames used to be on the wall, you
Oh,
could tell they
yeah.
smoked in the
that's
home.
gross.
But
Yeah,
then it
that's
smelled
bad.
like floral, like I'm not going to say old woman, an older woman's perfume has that floral smell
Yeah.
to it.
That's wild. They
Ro-
tried
rose
to.
or something. I don't know.
Got that stank.
All right, let's do this question you guys didn't get to see. What's more stressful, an open house with 5 interested buyers or Thanksgiving at your extended families?
Thanksgiving, 100%, 100%.
What about you, Ray?
This is a really messed up question.
I know. I just had
I would
to-
definitely have to say Thanksgiving. I mean, it's like, are we having turkey? Are we having tacos?
Yeah.
Well, because I
What
think
we
too,
having?
they know you.
Yeah.
And you know them. So you already know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
If you're at an open house and you have 5 interested buyers that walk in the door, you don't know what
Yeah.
personality you're getting. So I feel like that's not as stressful as Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I agree. I hate
I just
hol-
want
I love
I just
holidays.
want
I
to
hate it.
eat that turkey and get the itis. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Coma.
If you had a dollar for every time someone asked, "Is this a good time to buy?" Could you retire?
For sure. No, hell no.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
No, I have not been asked
$1?
10 million times.
Can it be $5?
Let's do $5.
What's 10 million divided by 5?
That's how many times you've been told that?
No,
You're going to
I'm
ask me to math on a Friday?
I'm trying to say it's Monday, I thought.
No, our viewers know that we film on Fridays and we air on Mondays.
Confused. I was like, what?
I'm just kidding.
All right.
I just want to hear that Friday song every Friday.
If you sing it, we'll hear it every day.
Go. That should be your karaoke song.
Hey.
It's Friday, getting down on Friday.
Now sing to the viewers your remake of that song that you put in the group chat.
It's Friday, getting down on Friday. You bastards.
You set me up. You trying to destroy me.
Destroy. That's pretty funny.
All right, you ready? What is more stressful, not being able to open a lockbox in front of your clients or accidentally walking into the wrong house?
I don't think I've ever walked into the wrong house.
Yeah.
But there has been times
All right.
where I've had to be very apologetic if you're in an area that has no signal and you're trying to get into a
yeah.
lockbox.
Tough, yeah.
Yeah.
That is bad.
Or your phone's low.
Oh, yeah.
Or like your battery is like really low and you're like, oh, this better work.
My lovely truck has a phone charger that I rested on every day when I get in my truck. So my phone's always gonna be charged.
I rested, but it's like
Do you have it in
the
your car?
Yeah, but the damn phone. Somebody calls, I got to pick it up. I got to use it, text somebody, something.
All right. Let's play this or that.
A what?
It's a quick game
quick
of this.
line.
I know. Hey,
All right, let's play a little
Yeah.
music to
a little bit
Winner.
All right. So the way it works is I'm going to give 2 options and you just splurt out which one it would be you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This or that. Overthinker or go with the flow.
Overthinker.
I guess I'm an overthinker.
Yeah. Took you a while.
All right. Ready? Dreamer or realist?
Dreamer.
Oh, fear of failure or fear of regret?
Fear of
Fair
failure.
failure.
Oh, peaceful life or exciting life?
Exciting life.
Peaceful for me.
Peaceful?
Yeah.
Spontaneous road trip or planned vacation?
Spontaneous road trips are the
Spontaneous.
best.
Where's
yeah.
the spontaneous place you guys ever like just was just like this is where I'm going?
Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty spontaneous.
A lot of money.
The local watering hole.
The local watering.
I'll
hole?
go to the whippoorwill.
I did
Regal
camp there
Beagle.
one time. It was cute.
Who knows what the Regal Beagle is?
I don't know what the
Regal
Regal
Beagle?
Yeah.
Do you guys, our viewers, know what Regal
Somebody
Beagle
knows
is?
what Regal Beagle is.
Interesting. All right. Early morning or late nights?
Late nights.
Early morning.
I was about to say. Would you rather deal with a know-it-all agent or a know-it-all in-law / relative?
A know-it-all agent.
I would just crush them both with my wit and charm. So I ain't putting up with neither of that shit.
Staging or selling as is?
Selling as is.
Staging.
I love this. Open house or just let scheduled showings?
Schedule showings.
Scheduled showings, yeah.
City condo or countryside cottage?
Condo.
Countryside cottage.
Condo.
Virtual tours or in-person walkthroughs?
In-person.
In person.
walkthroughs.
Modern class or farmhouse charm?
Modern.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, 4 years ago, I'd have said farmhouse.
Cold calls or warm referrals?
Cold calls.
Warm referrals.
Clients who are overly picky or totally indecisive?
I can deal with picky.
I deal with picky.
Yeah.
Indecisive is terrible.
Back-to-back showings or one monster negotiation?
One monster negotiation.
Yeah. Yeah. Both. I'm going to take both.
Yeah.
Can I do both?
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
You can do whatever you want. It's America.
Jinx.
You can make whatever you want out of this life.
Dress shoes or sneakers on the job?
Sneakers.
Dress shoes.
I love this.
We are very opposite for sure.
Coffee before showings or drinks after closings?
Coffee before showings.
Both.
There you go. You can have both. You can have it all.
Okay. TikTok real estate reels or old school flyers?
TikTok real estate reels.
Work
But
from
Carrie, can you give me that flyer ready?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Work from your car or from a cafe?
Cafe.
Neither.
Pouting.
I don't want to do either.
Todd is pouting.
I'll do car.
All right. What is your dream client? A celebrity buyer or a secret millionaire?
I'd say celebrity buyer. That'd be fun.
No, I'll take a secret millionaire.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the expectations would be too high with a celebrity that you don't want to let them down, or that when you meet your celebrity, whoever person is, that you're not impressed by them. Have you ever heard that? They always say,
Yeah.
like, don't meet your role models or whatever. I feel like that's
Yeah.
how it'd be. If I loved you as a celebrity, I'd
Yeah.
hate to meet you and then you turn out to be completely opposite.
Oh, true.
So
All right. This one's a really good one. Appraisal came in low or the inspection blew up the deal?
Appraisal came in low.
Yeah.
yeah,
'cause
I would say
you could
you
fix
can come
that.
Still
back from
fix
that.
that.
You could fix
Yeah.
that. The inspection blowing up the deal could just be the end of the deal.
All right. Locked out of a showing or pet jumps on your suit?
Pet jumps on my suit.
I don't wear suits, so I guess that's
your
what it
clothes.
is. Yeah.
All right. And then that is all I have. But what is one fun fact that if you could tell someone about you, what would it be?
Fun
A
fact.
fun fact.
I got it. Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I love the theater. I love Broadway shows. And
Really?
I
I would not have guessed
It's one of my
I
favorite things
ne-
to do. If you ask me,
That's
like
on my
second,
bucket list.
second, what are you doing later?
No, not
What's
going
your favorite show to watch him?
Like my favorite show, like, I mean, I don't really have a favorite one. I love them all. I mean, the most favorite show that I have actually seen is like The Lion King.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite. Yeah. But I've seen them all. I've seen, you name it, I've seen it. One of the coolest ones was Rocky, when Rocky was on Broadway. I really want to go to Broadway right now and see Othello, because Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal are in it.
Oh, wow.
They're on Broadway right now. So
That's-
See, I think I'd want to see
definitely-
Hamilton.
Matter of fact, I might do that next week. I might fly there
That's
next Wednesday.
awesome.
Wilmington to New York, $235.
Ooh.
That is awesome. What about you?
I've seen Hamilton.
You got a fun fact?
My
really
This was so
fun
much fun.
fact would be that I do secretly sing on my free time.
Because you did. Were you on American Idol?
No, I was not on American
excuse
Idol,
me.
You sing in
but
your
I
free
did
time?
audition for American Idol and I did audition for The Voice.
So, like, where do you sing? Like, in the shower? Like, at the home?
Anywhere, my truck,
Wake up in
my
the
house,
morning.
my shower.
What are you singing? What's your go-to?
It's funny because I love all genres of music, but my go-to is always country music. I don't know why, or country ballad.
Mm-hmm.
It just is.
I like rock ballads.
I just can't scream, so I can't do screamo.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of any of that music. But All right.
You're not a fan of like
Screamo.
classic rock ballads?
I like classic rock ballads. I don't like screamo music. Like
What is screamo music?
I like
like death metal.
some
Death
Journey,
metal.
So that's not music.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's music.
Bon
it's
Jovi.
not. It's not. Yeah, I like all those. But yeah. Anyways,
Nice.
We did it. What a show.
Yay.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody.
A little Q&A with Todd and Ray.
Now you know. Tell somebody.
Yeah. So
I'm sure you will.
All right, everybody. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode just as much as we did. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure to also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
yes,
Nice
about
job. Nice
that
job.
sounds great. I love it
Almost
when you
got
say
it down to a T.
Yeah.
You did it. You did a good job.
All right, everybody. Till next time, we appreciate it. We're out.